make coffee.
Good morning, Midnight's Edge fans. We're here to tell you that we have so much more to offer you now at our Mixed Tees store. Not just t-shirts and hoodies, but we do have plenty of those, and new designs for that matter. You can also get mugs, and of course our brand new limited Amber Turds stained blanket. That's right, just for your bed or wherever you need it. So head on over to Mixed Tees now and get all your apparel and goodies from Midnight's Edge.
Get up, wake up, this is your final warning. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning. The gang is ready to go and it's time for the show. It's time for Midnight's Edge in the morning.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Midnight's Edge in the morning. It is Wednesday, the 3rd of September, and I am joined by Scribe Light, co-piloting with me in Tom's absence.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday. It's Hump Day. Yay, Hump Day.
It is indeed. Also joining us is Paul Chatto.
Hello, I'm calling from Canada's capital of Butthurt, Ottawa.
Also joining us from vacationing somewhere else associated with butt, only in a different way.
Whoa.
Chris Brawley.
Thank you, Andre. I'm not even sure how I should respond to that. Just returned back from San Francisco, the Golden Gate.
Did the Poop Patrol do their jobs to your satisfaction?
Oh, it was very well clean. They must have known I was coming. I saw 0 hypodermic needles and no human feces whatsoever on any sidewalks.
That is fantastic. I just would have every resident of San Francisco know that this actually is what you are known for internationally right now. People
It is.
pooping in the
It was
street.
sanitized Cisco. I mean, there were ample rainbow flags, and it is the land of fruits and nuts. There were plenty of them, but I was kind to all. I gave money when I could to the homeless, which there is a little bit of that blight there, which is always sad to see. Tent cities and RVs parked near parks, and RVs that have clearly been parked there for months and months, and they're all in like a row.
Paul, where's your RV right about now?
Pardon?
Where's Paul's RV right about now?
Yeah, I don't. I think he's back home. Yes,
Yeah.
but Paul, there's plenty of places to stay, plenty of robots to serve you, and plenty of driverless automobiles to dazzle you.
Jaguars.
They are. They're made by Jaguar.
That's right.
Movie or something. I can't think of what it's called.
It's the Google. It's the Google driverless system.
Yeah, and believe me, they love AI out there because every other billboard talks about how great and human-like AI is. Basically telling you, it's almost like if you put on your John Nada glasses from They Live, it would just say, AI will conquer you. AI has won. Submit. It's crazy.
When
it was
we were in
nice.
San Francisco, we drove around quite a bit of it. We didn't see as much of the tent cities and stuff that you did.
Yeah.
But it still has phenomenal amenities, parks.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's what we did. Yeah,
And
that's
it is
what
a
we did.
phenomenal city that they're just letting, fall into ruin.
We stayed probably 2 blocks from the Giants stadium. So if you went down a wrong turn or something somewhere, that's where you would see the homeless encampments.
Is that getting near the old Candlestick Park? Is that the Giants stadium?
I don't, it's a great question.
Okay, I don't know.
I will tell you my biggest complaint was parking. The Byzantine signage, when you could park, where you could park, what hours you can park. It was so expensive. I mean, literally. And we had to book a reservation for parking to go into the Redwood Muir Woods. But we got to go to all these cool little movie locations. We got to go to Chinatown. I mean, it's really a startlingly lovely, lovely city.
It's an expensive city overall.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it is.
you know how when you go with a friend who knows the place and they go, well, this is where the normies go. But if you're living there, you shop at XYZ store and you go to this place and you kind of can exist on some kind of useful everyday level. That doesn't exist in San Francisco. There is no cheap place. There's no cheap milieu around there. It's all
there's not. We even ordered like on Monday night because it was Labor Day, right? And we got in so late because I wanted to be up on Battery Heights to see the sunset over the Golden Gate Bridge, and just trying to, because we're probably not going back, and that'll be our last trip out there.
That's where we were, Battery Heights.
Yeah, it is on the away from San Francisco end of Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah, we lived at the tallest part of San Francisco, the highest.
Okay, yeah, near the Painted Ladies, maybe would have been. Who knows? I mean, the audience doesn't care. Probably we had fun.
Yeah,
go if you can. That's my recommendation.
I was just thinking, oh my God, how much more boring could you guys be?
I could sense it, Tom. I knew you were here. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you.
Filling time.
Also joining us from a Mexican satellite is Tom, and we. Before we move on, though, I know that Chris wanted me to be quiet about it, but I have to say it anyway. And we have to bring out Batom for this as well. Happy birthday, Mr. Chris Brawley!
I hate to cut my visit short, guys. I think I need to go.
Hello, everybody. I am in South Carolina. No relation to the fact that Tom is in South Carolina. We are not the same person. It's totally a rumor, unsubstantiated, claims probably made by the Joker. Anyway, I hear it's this bald guy's birthday. So Lex Luthor, how you feeling?
I'm feeling villainous, very villainous.
You haven't killed Superman yet, and I'm very disappointed about that. Just so
I
you
am
know,
a failure at that. That's true.
Probably going to kill me because I outed him. But yeah,
I mean, he's a nice guy and all, but he's an alien, and you and I know that.
Yeah, I'm definitely against illegal immigrant. I mean,
illegal. Damn right. I mean, he could burn down the whole planet in 10 seconds.
He's dangerous.
General
kind of
Zod.
like me in a strip club. Very dangerous.
General Zod is a illegal immigrant.
That's true.
Yes, he is.
Alien. Now, while we've got Batman online, can I just get one thing off my chest? I really hate the large variety of specialized suits you have that kind of mimic Iron Man. Oh no, I need a suit that can, beat up Superman. Oh no, I need a suit that will beat up this other creature just because I'm human and I got to find a way to not be human. I'm sick and tired of your specialized uniforms.
I'm pretty sure I had those uniforms before he ever existed. Just saying. Like that rainbow uniform. I'm pretty sure I got like a shark repellent uniform. I have a surfing uniform, snow uniform, desert uniform, a uniform. Wait. What were we talking about again? Happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you, Batman.
Was too much.
I like surfing.
That was wonderful.
And I'm the only guy in the world with shark repellent.
That's right.
Beat that.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. You used it in the movie.
I did.
The best Batman movie.
Sometimes you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Oh, man. I saw that the other day, and you're thinking, this is such a stupid movie. It's not going to make me laugh. I was dying with laughter. The body language, like he knew what he was doing. Adam West absolutely knew, just how bad it had to look. That was brilliant.
Anyway, I got to get back to work, but I love you guys, and it's been great to hang out here. But see ya. Bye.
We love you, Batman.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you.
Indeed.
I wonder what kind of reaction. I wonder what kind of reaction the Flash would have had if the Adam West Batman showed up.
I'm much more curious what reaction Variety would have. We got a super chat to that then from JPS.
Is this the gayest Batman ever?
Bye.
Well, speaking of the Batman, did you guys hear the latest that Jeffrey,
Yes.
what's his name?
Epstein?
Right.
No, Wright. Thank you. Jeffrey Wright, who played Commissioner Gordon, is claiming some strange racism that didn't exist during the Batman. I missed this.
Yeah, he said there was some kind of racist backlash to him being a black version of Commissioner Gordon.
From who? Anyone
Exactly.
important?
No
I have
receipts.
no idea.
Never mentioned. Never said.
Exactly. Revisionist history and then some. 'Cause
Well, he
in
didn't
fact,
mention it 3 years ago, so I guess it's just
the
just
only two.
unearthed.
We know
The
what's
only
going to happen. We know that shit happens. I mean, stupid people will say stupid things.
But I don't remember anybody saying shit. In fact, it wasn't until after the movie came out where people like Ryan Cannell and I were pointing out that, isn't it funny that every white person in this movie is a piece of shit? And is that the only reason they changed Commissioner Gordon to a black guy so they could have him be a good guy and not be white? That's the only thing we said. We didn't say anything else. Nobody said anything about him being cast in the role. Everybody said, oh, yeah, he's a good choice. That's all I remember anybody saying.
Did Zoe Kravitz get any of this racist backlash for her Catwoman?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even
And
though she was
and
BLM Catwoman, but yeah.
Yeah, some random person on a tweet or a Reddit thread or something does not count as backlash. It's it's just making it up, trying to look for victim points, especially years after the fact. It's like, really, all of a sudden now you're mentioning
I know.
that
Did
racist
Lawrence
backlash?
Fishburne experience this racist backlash to Man of Steel, or I don't know where this comes from.
No.
Yeah, or to Superman Returns? No, probably not.
Oh, that's right. Superman Returns. Thank you for that correction.
Yeah, but either way, because now you know what I think may have happened.
No, he was
Because
right.
now
It
we
was
have
Man of
all
Steel
these-
because
It was
Superman.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, because Man of
There
Steel.
was a black Perry White in.
in Man of Steel. It was because
Yeah, it was Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, Superman Returns had Frank Langella as Perry White.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. I don't.
Well,
know
then
what-
of course
yeah.
Wendell Pierce is the new Perry White, right? So we just
Yes.
Perry White's black now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
I don't
just
mind
like,
Wendell. I thought he was fine. I thought he was great.
Well, I
just
mean,
like Barry White is black.
I don't think I have a problem with any of these. It's like there was this new backlash with Wonder Man, right? So I saw that one of the shill sites, I don't know, Screen Rant, Comic Book Movie, CBR, one of them was posting something about Wonder Man as the next big thing for Marvel. And immediately in the comments, the MCU slop consumers were, I'm waiting on the racist incels to comment on how he's black. And, my response was, I guess what you're saying then is the original comics version is Caucasian. Is that what you're saying without saying it? Because
Right,
I don't
because no one knows who Wonder Man is.
Yeah.
right, you are informing us more about Wonder Man than Marvel is.
Is
Yeah,
that related to
shouldn't
Wonder
the
Bread in
black
any way?
Yeah.
Shouldn't the black community be up in arms over being given such a crumb? But this is like a 30th tier superhero, and you're
Yep.
giving it to a black person. Can't we get something better? Something like 25 tier something? Why do we get this 30th tier black person?
It's like this is Marvel's version of reparations. for
It's not like they
men
have
and-
any black characters like Blade or anything like that.
No. No, it's all about representation. It's all about increasing
Yeah,
the
but
visibility.
the thing is that all
Yeah.
their black male characters were replaced by women. Now
Yep.
you need some new ones. You have
Mhm.
need to race bend them.
Hey,
Yep.
and look who turned out to be maybe ostensibly the favorite character in the Gun movie is Mr. Terrific.
Yep.
That's so
Right?
like,
I had no clue who he was
go F
before.
yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
like, really. I mean, and all these white supremacists suddenly went, "Oh, Mr. Terrific, we hate him because he was our favorite character."
I don't think really anyone cares about the ethnicity of, it's like Reed Richards was never looked like Pedro Pascal, right? So there was I think the commentary or even the female Silver Surfer is another example of sort of this unnecessary swapping to not make it comics accurate, right? Like, why don't they just make Superman blonde? right? Why are you being comics accurate, making him Caucasian with the little curl and the black hair? Why not just make him a redhead, right?
Oh, man.
Because they are doing it as some kind of weird reparations, I guess, because they say, well, we didn't have enough black characters in comics back in the 50s and 60s, or we didn't have enough female heroes in the comics. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this really inconsequential character that no one gives a rip about, like Wonder Man. I mean, there's not a Wonder Man contingency out there. And wasn't Wonder Man just created, as a sort of, here's before DC makes a Wonder Man. So they've got Wonder Woman and we've got Wonder Man. No one cares about Wonder Man, and no one cares if he's black or white or whatever. If the show's any good, we'll like it. That's all.
Well, that's why it's safer for them to go for some Z tier character like Wonder Man to race swap, because there's no real controversy over it. There's not like some major Wonder Man fan club contingent out there is going to be up in arms over it. So they can take a character that's not very well known, establish it as this race or that gender or whatever else, and then just continue to populate the representation scale to say, oh look, we have better representation in superheroes now. We'll fix what was wrong in the past with characters that nobody's going to get up in arms about. They would have a hard time making like a white Blade or something, but they can make a black Wonder Man.
I just hope Wonder Man is dressed in a purple furry hat and a cape, and a big cape, and he's got a gold cane. I'm not telling you where I'm influencing.
Like Superfly? That's a whole other character.
Superfly. I'm not saying. As long as Greer is in it, then I'm.
Or Huggy Bear, one of the two.
Yeah, Huggy Bear, yeah.
Anyway, let's grab these super chats and speak about the diversity quotient in Marvel films, because that's a big topic today.
Yeah.
Nicholas Horton. We need a whole lot more diversity. Nicholas Horton is here. How you doing, Nicholas? Is Hail Midnight Edge the first trailer for 28 days later? The Bone Temple dropped, and hail, my fellow European Andre, raised the colors.
All hail. Yeah, well, thank you.
Oh.
So for those who are fans of
what's left of it,
thank you for the coffee.
28 Years Later franchise, I guess you got your trailer this morning. I didn't even know that dropped.
No, that's the Nia DaCosta directed piece,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yep. But it's the next follow-up in the 28 Years saga.
I'll have to watch that later.
Yeah. But it may be more in her line than Marvel. We'll have to see.
Well, again, this is like another filmmaker that they're really like trying to make happen, and didn't really happen with the Marvels. Didn't really happen with that Clive Barker thing. Help me out, Tom. What's it called again? The guy the one
Hellraiser.
No, not Hellraiser. The other one.
Oh, no,
Candyman,
yes.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it didn't happen with that.
Yeah, she made that uber woke, yeah.
Well, in both of those, she blamed the script, and I do not doubt that the script left some to be desired, but you accepted both of those scripts, and you weren't able to elevate it all that much, which leads me to wonder, genre movies really the right kind of genre for this particular director? Like, I'm not saying she should quit movies or anything like that, far from it, but maybe there are other movies where her vision as a filmmaker could be expressed better than genre films, because so far it hasn't really worked out. Same with the one the lady who did the Charlie's Angels remake and Cocaine Bear.
Oh, Elizabeth Banks. Yeah,
Banks. Elizabeth Banks. Yeah, it's like the same thing with her. Like, she's had like a number of movies that were like genre movies, and her vision just isn't a match.
That's a good point. Is it directress or directora?
Well, that's very gender and problematic, isn't it?
Well, director is very gender specific.
I think it's bitch.
Oh.
Directrix.
Directora.
Yeah.
I like Directrix. I like that.
Yeah, Directrix sounds like a villain.
Okay.
That sounds like a fucking villain in the Matrix.
Yeah. Yes.
Sure.
I'm going to get you, Neo. Anyway, Joe Pat is in the house, and he says, I figured this may be something Paul might know.
I've heard that the animation studio Nelvana closed its doors. That's true. You worked for them for many, many years, didn't you, Paul?
Well, I mean, on and off as voice talent. And I knew a lot of the people who were there, who worked there, who were burned out there and left there. and
Full
then
disclosure, I didn't even know they were still a thing.
One of the things that was really cool about Nelvana was, well, first of all, they had a style. I mean, obviously, very hand-drawn style. The other thing that, if you saw most of the stuff that they did, whether it was the Care Bears or even the Beetlejuice thing, which didn't quite work, they were very dedicated to sticking with the original style and text and what would you call it? They're the complete opposite of what Hollywood is doing, which is changing available material. Nelvana was absolutely fixated on making sure that the comic book or whatever stories that the original material came from was brought to life the way the author had intended. Because
Did you know John Silvestri, Paul?
Pardon me?
One of the animators, John Silvestri. He's the one that did the Boba Fett thing for Star Wars holiday special. Yeah.
But if you watch most of their stuff, and they had just a huge amount of content, like mostly commercials. And that I did the voiceover for mostly commercials, but I as you know, did the those little bears, the Ewoks for them. They were absolutely dedicated in making sure that the original vision came to life without screwing around with it. Because I was at meetings where I would hear them talk about maintaining the original vision.
They were one of the better animation companies at that time. For sure. Especially quality-wise and the type of stuff they were putting out. I mean, it's sad to see. Like I said, sadly, I didn't even know they were still around.
They were bought by Chorus Entertainment, which is a big media shop here in Canada, but they fell on hard times with the drop in radio. Radio was a very big part of their portfolio, and now that radio is dying or has been dying for a while, and advertising has been dying. They've just been getting rid of assets. Nelvana has a piece of software called Toon Boom, which I believe a lot of the animation houses use. So there's going to be some IP there that they can sell off, but it's really sad. It was almost 60 years that they were in business.
Yeah.
And I've been to several of their buildings in Toronto, and it was always, but animation's a very tough business. Most of their money came from commercial work. But yeah, sorry to see them go. Sorry to see all those, a lot of really amazing people went through that place. So bye-bye Nelvana.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Pour one out for them.
Exactly. And then we got this one already, but yes, it is the gayest Batman ever. Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle wants to know, were there any elf sightings in Carolina? No. Mikey shoots on sight, so they stay away. Glade Ribbon says, could I get Bat Tom? It's my birthday. What? Woot woot.
Put out the
I normally only do this once a day. Like, it's kind of like my thing. You start doing it too often, then everybody expects it, and you have to start showing up at... Wait, that's kind of what I do, show up at parties.
Are you under 14 years of age?
That's true. Like, that's important, because then I have to bring out the balloons. And those cost extra. But anyhow, happy birthday, Glade Ribbon. Hopefully you're having a good one. I don't know how old you are, but you're probably somewhere between dead and alive. And we like that. So welcome to the program and happy birthday, Glade. And we love that you like to listen to these old idiots talk about shit.
That's accurate.
Checks out.
He's not wrong. And then we got Flying Blind here. He says, how about backlash over Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent? Wait, oh, yeah, I remember thinking that was cool. Yeah, nobody said shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, Harvey Dent and Billy D. Williams? Sign me up.
I just wanted to see him actually turn into Two-Face. That's what I was waiting for. Never happened.
Right? And he was supposed to at some point.
Yep,
But, yeah.
he was. He got a lot of money for not doing it, though.
You know who's probably one of my favorite Two-Faces?
Hmm.
William Shatner.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
cute.
That was
cute.
fun. That would have been a perfect casting choice too back in the day. He hammed that up real well. Anyhow, let's get into the main topic. Hopefully Andre's internet is caught up. So what the fuck is this about a punish her?
Yes, indeed.
Who wants to
the
start?
link for it. Because this is something. The write-up here comes from Cosmic Book News. And Tom, I'm putting that in the private chat right now, so we can get it up on screen. The ultimate source of this rumor, though, is Scooper. My time to shine. Hello, meaning it's about the 50% happening, but quite a few, especially these kinds of scoops, have indeed panned out, so it's worth checking out. And what's this? Well, we already Punisher is in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which is a little bit weird because it means he's going to have to be toned down a little bit. But the Punisher will reportedly have a female partner in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Now, this actually did happen in the comics, did it not, Scribe Light? I'm thinking of one Lynn Michaels.
Well, yes. So I have just as a preamble, anything I'm about to say as we go forward. This is coming from somebody who cares about the character and the canon. So anything I have to say is speculation on what they may be doing is from someone who probably cares about it more than they do. But there have been 4 female non-superhero, let me make that clear because Elektra is a completely separate animal, non-superhero civilian females of significance in Punisher's timeline that have ended up teaming up with him. Back in the 90s, you had Lynn Michaels. In the Punisher Max run, you had 2 characters, Jenny Cesar and Catherine O'Brien. And then most recently, relatively speaking, in I think 2011 or 2012 in the Greg Rucka run of the character, you had a character called Rachel Cole. So there's been 4 female characters. The thing is, these characters had to have pre-established backgrounds where Frank grudgingly allowed them to go along with him because A, he works alone, B, he doesn't trust anybody to have his back unless he knows they've got the capability to do so. And also, he has an affinity for not wanting to put women in danger because of his wife, because of his daughter. So you have to overcome all of these things classically before he'll even accept someone into his world, especially someone that he sees as someone he's supposed to protect. So I'm assuming that whoever this character is going to be established in the Punisher one-shot movie, which is supposed to come out next year. I, again, am assuming before Brand New Day. And given that that movie is supposed to involve Mon Nucci and the Mafia, the only character out of his pantheon that makes any sense, if they're sticking to canon, would be Jenny Cesar, who was a victim of Mafia violence. That's my spiel. that's all I've got. Otherwise,
should it be Lieutenant? Should it be? I just remembered another side character from Welcome Back, Frank. I mean, Lieutenant Richthofen. I mean, she's even lesbian.
That's true.
I mean, this is a character who is female and who's even part of the alphabet community, and that was canon. So they can kind of like go walk with her and say, but it's in the comics.
Yeah, but she never teamed up with Frank so much as she was a foil for Soap. But I guess, again, it depends on what Disney decides to do. If they want to pull from his if they want to actually make a representation of a character that actually exists, yeah, sure, she's in there, I suppose. That I guess would work.
Can I chime in on this as a complete normie?
Sure.
Like, I like the Punisher, but like I know you Andre and Scribe know more about the Punisher than I do. I don't fucking care. I don't want a female Punisher. Can I just get one fucking movie from Marvel where they're not fucking gender swapping something? Just one. Just one. I loved Ragnarok. Why? Because we got Hulk and Thor being Hulk and fucking Thor teaming up. Where are these buddy movies we should be getting? We have not gotten any of them. I could give a fuck about fucking Hawkeye's female replacement. I can give a fuck about everybody else's fucking female replacement. Get rid of them. This is the fucking problem. I just want a movie where fucking Punisher and Spider-Man team up and fight somebody. How fucking hard is that?
So much for having a relaxing vacation in South
Right?
Carolina.
Fuck this shit. No, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, I think what's bullshit is that Marvel has stopped letting our favorite heroes ramp up to stories that happened later in the comic books. Like I think it is an intriguing idea that a woman is going to be helping Punisher and all those things that Chris talked about really do make for interesting drama. But it's like the Fantastic Four. Like, why did we have to get to Galactus? Like, there's so much comic book before we get to the universe-crushing bad guy, notwithstanding changing the Silver Surfer up for a girl and getting what's-her-name pregnant, Sue pregnant. So I am more tired of Marvel moving the stories up to the point where we completely lose out the opportunity to delve into not the origin stuff, but between the origin stuff and some of the later bigger things. They just don't seem to want to do that. And if I can interpret you, Tom, I think if we had 2-3 pure Punisher movies,
right,
and then we got to Babe helps Punisher, you'd be okay. Am I
absolutely, yeah. Like, it's not like we've had. That's the other thing with Spider-Man. Spider-Man has been one of the more uneven ones in the MCU, and I stuck up for the first film. Didn't like the second film, and of course, like most people, I enjoyed the third film. Now you have established in that third film something that the audience responded to, and you're basically pissing all over it now with this. This is just like Fantastic Four all over again. Right. You had a shot. You had a shot at making something that people would actually want to see. So what do? You make a female Silver Surfer and you make Pedro Pascal fucking Reed Richards. Bravo, dumbasses. Again, I'm going to look at this and go, bravo, dumbasses, because as a normie, guess what? I could give a fuck about any of these side characters y'all are talking about. All I heard when y'all were talking about them, no offense, Scribe, was wah, 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 female. Wah, 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 female. Like, that's all I fucking heard. I could care less. There's one Punisher. That's it.
Well,
we don't need 12.
And we did get approximately 6 solo Spider-Man movies, right?
Sure. And TV shows and cartoons. We had 2 seasons of The Punisher. What's interesting here is The Punisher's first appearance was in Spider-Man, 1974.
Yes.
And he was it's a great cover of the Punisher looking through his scope to kill Spider-Man. So he's supposed to assassinate Spider-Man. He's been duped or whatever.
And I mean, I assume from what I'm hearing, rumors about who the villain of this movie is going to be, it does have some crossover because the Punisher was fooled by the Jackal into thinking Spider-Man was a villain, and so he was hired to do all that. These characters, whether you're talking about the Fantastic Four or the Punisher, they need room to breathe before they get to the climax. Right. Having Galactus show up at the first jump doesn't make any sense. No. You need to have, it's sort of like episodic TV after fashion. You need to have some basic episodes to establish the characters, to see them in their element under low stakes, relatively, and then you ramp up to something. That's what they did with Thanos. In the movies, it made sense. It worked for the most part. But you can't have every single story be the end of the world. The first Ant-Man movie, if you think about the first Ant-Man movie, it was basically just a corporate espionage thing. Yep. It was not an end of the world thing. It was one guy trying to steal a suit. It was sort of like the first Iron Man movie after a fashion. It was important to the character. It was meaningful to the character. In the scope of the world, relatively minor. But that was the story to make the character exist before you had it go up into a blue light in the sky.
Well, and you brought up this, Scribe, and I don't know much. I don't know as much as obviously as you and Andre do about the Punisher, but I do knew this, that like you just said, that he was, and this comic is one of the most famous ones there is. It's up there high. Go buy. Good luck finding a copy of this for cheap, guys. That's my point right now. And this is the story they should be doing.
Yeah.
How hard is it just to do this?
Well, and the thing is, we already know this new Spider-Man movie is going to have Spider-Man, Scorpion, Jackal, Punisher, like 3 or 4 other villains, 3 or 4 other heroes. The Yelena Belova is going to show up. It's too much. It's not a Spider-Man movie. It's like now at least Captain America: Civil War, which wasn't really a Captain America movie so much as an Avengers 2.0 kind of movie, but at least Captain America had 2 movies prior to that, like Paul mentioned, to sort of build up to something like that. Then you can throw in all the kitchen sink, because you've at least given that character some time to grow and establish on their own terms before you start overwhelming things. With this one, I know Spider-Man's had a couple of movies so far. The first Spider-Man, Homecoming, was all right. You know, the swap up between, Norman Osborn and Adrian Toomes and all that was kind of interesting. Second one, I didn't really care for all that much. It was okay. Third one was a lot of fan service and a lot of multiverse stuff, which I didn't like. But it was nice to see all the sort of sentimental stuff come in with the other characters. And now we just got an overloaded Spider-Man, which is going to be like Secret Wars issue number 0 or something. All these characters. All
Yeah,
this
and
stuff.
no one is going to get any dialogue. We got no clobbering time really to speak of from Ben Grimm. We got no flaming on to speak of from Johnny. And that's like, I don't understand how stupid these people are. That why can't we have a movie with those characters exclusively to begin with, and even a few movies. People, what's funny is that I made a comment on one of my threads or in one of my videos that how much I enjoyed the original Thor. That and people say, well, it wasn't very Viking. It was more British Shakespearean. Yeah, because you got a Shakespearean director directing it,
right?
And really, Asgard in the comics was more Shakespeare than Beowulf. Really, I love that first.
I just kind of thought it was a little small at the end. It seemed like we're going to go to this little remote town with the destroyer. I think they could have made that a bigger.
But again, I think there's a budget issue, and I think they're also trying to explore the character. But I mean, what a great start! At least you had the building blocks.
Yes.
Of it. And here they just don't want to do it. I don't understand it. And throwing the girl, a girl partner with Punisher in that comic book, which by the way, I looked up, is $250 on eBay.
Yeah.
Well, there you
go. It is this is a rumor, right? So we really don't know the extent. Maybe the character just gets introduced, and the backstory that we know is that she is this NYPD cop that, what was her name? Scribe
Lynn Michaels.
Yeah. She's a cop. She comes up in Punisher War Journal, but she's not introduced in the comics until 15 years after this Spider-Man first appearance.
Right.
Well, wasn't there already kind of a character like that in the Punisher original movie with Lundgren that they adapted into the comics too? The way that Louis Gossett Jr. played, that was his former partner or whatever in the movie.
Well, there's been several.
Yeah,
but I thought they adapted
Punisher though. But
oh, okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I don't care. Like that's my point. And I see people saying in the chat too. They were in the comics. I don't care. And guess what? Most people won't care.
I agree.
Most people don't know, like Scribe and Andre, these other characters, and all they're going to see is female Punisher. Fuck that. I'm not going to see Spider-Man.
It's like exactly the same thing. It's the same
that to me
as the Surfer. Right? When the female Silver Surfer was getting talked about, you immediately got the full-throated defense of the incels saying, oh, she was in the comics,
Yeah.
But it goes back to that question. So what? Why are you doing this one random little thing that is supported by the technical definition of, yes, it's comics accurate because it did appear somewhere in the comics, but it's not what everyone knows. It's not the ubiquitous definition or impression that everyone has of the character.
And not only that, Spider-Man in his Rogues Gallery actually has some famous female characters like
Black Cat. Where's
Sydney Sweeney?
Sydney Sweeney, Black Cat.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is if they'd been representing, and this is from a fan talking, not the audio, the moviegoer is going to see Brand New Day. If they'd actually represented Frank Castle as the character in any meaningful way in the previous Netflix series or in this or Born Again deal. He's not Frank Castle. He's like Fred Castle or something. He's not the same character. And so, yeah, no, seriously, no. I could go chapter and verse.
Marty, I'm going to shoot this dude's head off.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk about it too much. I've done it before, but he is decidedly not that same character. In every presentation so far, Frank Castle's had a female partner in both Netflix series.
Yeah,
Karen Page was effective. Well, she was more Beauty that Tamed the Beast in first season. Second season, he had that girl who he turned into like a mini Punisher. Which, God, and then in this Born Again thing, anyway, I could go on. Either way,
wait,
yes,
time out. He had a kid.
No, he didn't have. Well, no. There was he had to take in this female teenage runaway kind of under threat by some criminal organization in season 2, and so over the course of the season she becomes sort of his Robin.
Yeah,
which
it's kind
so
of,
she, so it's basically the professional. Yeah,
yes.
A little
In a
bit,
sense.
yeah. It's a lot like the
okay,
professional.
like no, Frank Castle would never allow a young kid like that to fall
No,
into this
Well,
shit.
No, he
the
wouldn't.
Netflix
No.
series was most unpunisher-like, if
Yes.
we're completely honest.
it wasn't
it
good.
was terrible. No,
Yeah.
it was not. But
And
yeah,
then
so
you
they
had the Disney Punisher, where let's not scope out that entire nest of corrupt
Yes.
police, and I'm just going to walk in because that's not what I do as the Punisher. I mean,
Yeah.
that was so ungodly painful. I had a hard time with that.
Yeah, I was thinking about that before the show. Is like if the only reason he did that was I need to get on the inside to break out or something, like that is the stupidest strategy to do that. You have no backup. You're doing it by yourself. You can't assume you're not going to get blown away. I'm like I say, I'm thinking whatever they're going to set up for a Brand New Day, and I'm assuming the Punisher is going to be there for about an eye blink. Because there's so much going on in Brand New Day. They've already said between the Hulk and the Punisher and the Black Widow and the Jackal and God knows who else they're going to put in there, that he'll be there for like a scene and then go bye-bye. Most of whatever's going to be established prior to that will be in this Punisher special next year. And again, I don't know if they put a release date out for that. I'm assuming it comes out before Brand New Day. I don't know if they want to put it out after.
Will the real Mary Jane be in this one, not that MJ from Zoom?
I don't know if I don't know if Sony's willing to part with the canonical Mary Jane for Disney unless or until they pay him a lot of money. Because every character in the Disney version is some slight variant. That's why they called her, not Mary Jane, but MJ and all that.
Ridiculous.
Sadie Sink is being cast. People think that maybe she'll play
And she
Mary
looks
Jane because she's a redhead, but other people are saying no, she's going to play Mayday Parker, which doesn't make any particular sense. But who knows?
as long as they have the Punisher hanging out a window.
I have that issue in my closet. Yeah.
Come on, sir.
Oh man.
Give
Yeah,
me that.
big bazooka. That's the best way to take
Give
out
me
a-
that shot, and all will be forgiven. Disney.
Yes. You just need a bazooka right in
don't
front of
want
your
him
own
to-
face.
He better not say something about hating guns or anything woke.
Oh my God.
And if they just have some cameo of this of Lynn in there somewhere, maybe it's small, but Tom's got every right to be antagonized by this because those same people that were telling us, Silver Surfer was a girl. No, this isn't going to happen. That's not going to happen. You don't know yet. Well, it all happens. If you think Disney is going to go woke, they generally do.
The problem with it, Chris, was that it wasn't so much that there was a female Silver Surfer. It was that it is literally a race or gender swap, Silver Surfer, because everybody's like, oh, no, she was in the comics. It's like, yeah, but it's not that character, right? You could say it's that character, but it's not because she doesn't have her story. She has the original Silver Surfer story. So it is literally
it's a gender
swap. It's regardless of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of the same thing here. Like with what I was saying is nobody knows these characters. And who wants to see that when we haven't even had a Punisher movie in how many years?
Yeah.
Well, let's see, 2008 was when Punisher was.
Yeah, that was it.
Warzone.
Yeah, Ray Stevenson, best iteration of the Punisher on film.
Agreed.
By far.
By far.
I got a love for Dolph Lundgren, but yeah.
Oh no, I mean I have sentimental love for all of the iterations, but as far as like his was the only Punisher where the deaths of his family had nothing to do with his own actions or involvement.
Where comic book accuracy is concerned,
Yes.
Ray Stevenson reigns supreme.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, so for this thing, I just fear we're going to have whoever it is, whether it's an established character from the comic books or somebody that they made up for things, we're just going to see her having his back and shooting better than he does, and anything you can do, I can do better. And like, no, stop.
Yeah, and she becomes
Stealing
great
his
in
thunder.
10
Will the
minutes.
skull make an appearance? I know there for a while that Marvel was so ashamed of the military and the police using that logo on there.
No, the Dolph Lundgren didn't have it. That had nothing to do with it at the time. There was a he ditched the skull.
You know why they didn't have the skull in 1989?
I know this story. It was in the comic book adaptation of it. I forget why they didn't put it in the movie.
No, it's a really simple reason. Like, many people think it's some rights issue or something. That's total bullshit. They could have used it if they wanted to. They didn't want to do it because they thought it would look too much like a comic book movie. And for real, they didn't.
You got to remember when this was made. Yeah.
Remember, the most recent comic book movie to this one to come out at the time when it entered development was Howard the Duck.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Because when this thing went into development,
or Superman Quest for Peace, one of the two, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly. But basically, the 1989 Batman, that wasn't out yet when this thing went into development. When all of the creative choices on this one, this was like literally the second Marvel adaptation, and the first one was Howard the Duck. So the director and the producers made the creative decision that, okay, fine, here we have a Marvel comic book movie. So what are we going to do? We're going to hide the fact. This is just a random action movie. It's called The Punisher, but that's just what any action movie is called. We're going to go out of our way to make it as dissimilar from the comic as possible. Now, the screenwriter was appalled by this because he was a fan of the comics. And the script did have the skull. It was the director and the producers that were like, yeah, no, we're good. No skull.
Lame. Yeah. I never understood that as a kid. I just thought that was so stupid. It's like, of all the things, the most iconic thing you could put up there is him having that skull on his chest.
That's why it wasn't there. That's the reason.
Silliness. But
yeah.
So Frank has not had his justice done as far as I'm concerned on film, save in one instance maybe. And like I say, I have appreciation for all of the interpretations so far, whatever their flaws. Warzone was the most accurate to the character, even though it got silly with the villain and such.
Can I say that I think Punisher is possibly the most problematic character to put on TV? He's better film because he's just a little bit too far over the edge in that he needs to be killing people.
Well,
if he's not killing people, then he's not the Punisher, and it's just a very sensitive thing to do, and you can't have him pull the punches as he does on TV shows, or, well, I was about to kill him, but I changed my mind. You can't do that.
It is just to be a counterpoint. It all depends on the writing. There are individual stories in the Punisher comic books that would make great TV episodes. The one I'm thinking of course, is the best comic book or best Punisher comic book that was ever written by Chuck Dixon, number 45. That issue alone would make an excellent noir short film at best, or episode of a TV show at worst. You can do stories of the Punisher. I think if you're going to do it on TV, you have to do it episodic. You can't just. That's why the seasons on Netflix didn't work for me. Is this overarching story? The Punisher is sort of like the visiting gunslinger, Mad Max. He shows up to a situation and has to solve it, and then he leaves off into the darkness again for the next adventure, kind of thing.
I was actually going to say the reason he exists, let's be real, is because of Death Wish. Because that's what they used to do. They used to take, what's popular right now, and they'd make a comic book out of it.
Sure.
Punisher is clearly just a comment on the movie Death Wish. And it really is the same damn concept, right?
Well,
Then
it's
at
a
the end of the day,
execution. It's a
or
rip.
that too. There you go. I mean, it's just at the end of the day, that's the kind of movie or show. And I think you could make a TV show, a decent one out of the Punisher, because the thing with him is what he's doing isn't like Dexter, right? Like he's not a serial killer killing other serial killers. He's a guy who's actually avenging, you know, the good. And even though he does it in ways that most people wouldn't agree with, I mean, that's just like almost any other superhero, right?
He's a vigilante.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing about the Punisher was, yeah, he might have been created as a response to the popularity of, say, Death Wish or something, but especially in the 90s, he became, at least from my perspective, sort of a visceral response to the overwhelming amount of drug crime and corruption that was taking place in the 80s and the 90s that seemed overwhelming to the general public. And there was a catharsis to that character being able to, like, you know, kick in the door of some drug operations, blow all the drug dealers away, and try to save the neighborhood. There was something sort of satisfying about that. It felt good,
absolutely.
You know. So I think that's where he sort of had his.
They leaned
baseline.
into the Stallone Schwarzenegger kind of thing with him, absolutely, in the 80s, like made him that kind of a character, and that's why it made sense to do that movie with Dolph Lundgren the way they did. I mean, I like. Don't like all the things they changed necessarily, but it is still one of my favorite Punisher films because I just like it overall in general. And in the movie, Dolph Lundgren is just unapologetically, you know, out to get the bad guys, you know, and these are actually genuine bad guys, and they deserve every fucking thing they get. And that's the beauty of the Punisher is he's the guy who gives the bad guys exactly what they fucking deserve, right? Like, despite what Spider-Man or any of the other guys feel about that, at the end of the day, you know, there's always that debate that goes on in all these comic book character, you know, stories. Is it okay to kill? Is it not okay to kill? Punisher, that's not even a question, right?
Yeah.
Like that is what he does.
I'm just, but like Paul mentioned earlier, they're going to have to completely neuter him to have him appear in a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man's going to have to be webbing up his guns or making the Punisher promise rubber bullets only or something. It's just going to be... It's going to be Nerf Punisher. It's going to be Fred Castle, the Nerf Punisher.
Well, we'll see though, because I mean, you have some. It's up to the filmmakers. Ultimately, it's up to the filmmakers. But if you just go by the comics, I mean, like for instance, Confederacy of Dunces by Garth Ennis, you have like some ways of doing this fun, so it can be done. But the moment that they bring in a female Punisher here. Now is when I'm worried because I was very excited for this originally because you have the Hulk, you have Spider-Man, you have the Punisher, you now have some of the key ingredients for Confederacy of Dunces. That's a Garth Ennis storyline for the Punisher, which is actually pretty cool. Which you could do, where you basically can have the Punisher be the Punisher, but just because of the story, you could do it in a Spider-Man setting. But at the moment. You bring in a female Punisherette. At this point, you've killed the movie dead in its tracks. And I have to say, what the hell is Marvel even thinking doing this at this point? Because now this thing is filming. They have got all the feedback. Now is when they need to stop. They need to do a rethink. If there's a female version of anything, it has to be shut down instantly because it's going to kill any movie.
Yeah, and I was already kind of leery about hearing about the Spider-Gwen fucking rumors too. So like, this movie is not shaping up very well at all.
It's not just that. I mean, the title "Brand New Day" for Spider-Man is already one of the most controversial storylines of all time. That includes Mephisto and wiping out the Mary Jane and Peter Parker marriage to save Aunt May. I mean, it's just kind of a bizarre.
It's a little late for that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's totally unrelated. I'm surprised that
they're just using it because it's a name that's kind of similar to the other names they were using, and they might use one little element out of there possibly. Yeah. But at the end of the day, look, like, and I see other people in the chat, and everybody's kind of concerned about, you know, whether or not you should have a Punisher that's R-rated or whether he could work on television. It's like, I got to remind people, all these comics, unless they're graphic novels, are made under basically a PG to PG-13 kind of frame. So, like, what do we expect that they're going to be able to do that they can't already do in the comics? PG-13 goes a long way, guys. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about what you guys said is the tone that's going to be set, right? Because with Spider-Man, we've had a tone that's set that it's as far as I'm concerned, whether you like the MCU version of Spider-Man or not, they have got the tone of it right. Like, that's where Spider-Man sits in the range of, he's not quite so serious, but he's not goofy like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Like, he's kind of in the middle. He's this kid who makes a lot of quips, and he's always saying, goofy things, and he's always dealing with mucked up situations because of this, that, or the other that can be considered funny or fun, but he's not somebody who's like this kiddie, lighthearted thing necessarily, but it does have some dark elements to it. And that's where, if they handle this correctly, Spider-Man No Way Home got the tone perfect as far as I'm concerned. Regardless of how you feel about the film with it using all the multiverse crap and all that business, I feel like that was the time they nailed it the most since the first No Way Home, or the first Homecoming one.
Yeah. Because
the stuff with him and Michael Keaton and the stuff with that whole thing with him in the suit, I thought that was great. But the second one, like you guys said, was crap. The third one, they need to build off that, and this does not sound like they're building off that. I'm every time I hear something I get excited about, I hear something like this that makes me less excited. And everybody in the chat is saying the same thing. If the Punisher is in this thing, then I'm out. Right? So,
yeah.
Well, he is in this thing. This is
Punish her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Punish her.
All right. Yeah.
I'm wondering if
I prefer Punisher
will show up. I mean, will Mephisto show up? Because that was the end of No Way Home, was this magical, supernatural erasure of everyone knowing his identity. And they did just introduce Mephisto in Ironheart, and Mephisto is the main villain in Brand New Day.
Well, if Mephisto shows up, I just keep thinking of the amount of real estate they have for every character we know about already. It's a Spider-Man, Black Widow or White Widow or whatever, the Hulk, the Punisher, the Girl Punisher, Scorpion.
Oh my God.
If you add Mephisto, there's just only so much space to give to all of this glut. And so again, when you have at the end of No Way Home, it was kind of a reset, right? It was meant to be a reset. It was meant to get Spider-Man away from the ease of having the super suit. It was to sort of wipe the slate clean a little bit. I had hoped that the next Spider-Man movie would be the low-stakes Ant-Man kind of adventure where he fights Tombstone or something.
Kraven the Hunter.
Then Kraven the Hunter, sure, whatever. Just some small-stake, one-on-one, mano-a-mano Spider-Man adventure against a villain that doesn't affect the entire world, does not have the whole city falling down around them. It develops the character, it establishes a good villain, sort of like the very first Homecoming movie.
Maybe uses his brains to get out of something.
Heaven forfend, but at this point, it just looks like it's going to be another Monster Mash, and it looks like it's good. I mean, I'd be happy to be surprised, but with all the characters that we already know, they're going to have to just dump in here without any preamble. I think the only one is probably Mando's Scorpion has been pre-established in the first film. Everybody else, this will be the first time that they're showing up in a Spider-Man movie, although maybe not the first time that Spider-Man's met them in the extended situations. Anyway,
Who was the bad guy in Far From Home? Was that Mephisto?
No, Far From Home was Mysterio.
Mysterio. Oh, for God's sake.
Mephisto is Satan.
Similar.
Mysterio is just a supervillain. Yeah.
Yes, I you know what? I really liked that movie. I liked it better than the first one. I really liked I thought there was some good twists in there.
I did like the twists in it. I do agree. I did not like the CGI porn ending. I mean, it was just all things.
Yeah, but in terms of it was one of the better stories, and you really did get sucked in at the beginning that he was a good guy.
Yes. Yeah, I like that kind of flip.
Yeah, well, I never believed it. I never believed it because it's Mysterio. He's not a good guy.
You
I already know that.
Well,
it's like I know.
Too much.
Yeah.
You knew too much.
Spoiler alert. Self-spoiler.
But it was Gyllenhaal. Come on, he's a nice guy.
He is.
Oh, the Mysterio thing. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, I hated that.
Yeah, he was going to be Batman at one point.
I hated it.
Yeah.
Jason, I may be wrong, but I still hated it. Jason Webster says Feige and Marvel films have been punishing fans for loyal for being loyal since Phase 4 is sadists. I know, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, I
They
know.
They should
we
have
were punished
Mysterio
greatly.
and Mephisto at the same times, and no one can remember each other's name.
I love
There
it.
you go.
And Miller says, I think I'm done with Marvel. I think a lot of people have said that. I think Fantastic Four showed that. And then he also says, only time gender swap works is in porn parodies. He means, I knew what he meant. Yeah. You're not wrong. Dark King says, have more money than the next MCU film will make.
At $2.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Do we know the budget on the next Spider-Man movie by chance with all these extras?
Oh,
or sorry, no, okay, but I understand budget versus actual cost, but do we know?
You know
what
what's
the announced
sad
budget
is that Mark Ruffalo is probably going to make more than Tom Holland. That's the thing people need to understand about these, and this is why Feige has been wanting to recast most of these guys for years, because they're fucking, the price they get paid is built into their contracts, that it goes up and up and up and up. Yeah. This is why, what was it? Paul Rudd got $13 million for being in 10 seconds of Endgame. Like, wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm being a little hyperbolic, but yeah, he got paid an astronomical amount.
So where's the evidence that Feige has tried to replace the main?
When they were making Avengers, Russo brothers came out and said that the plan was after Infinity War, they were going to bring all the characters back from other dimensions as different actors, younger, new versions, and the Russos shot that down. Oh, that was Feige's plan, is at that point to kind of recast everybody in these new, younger, different versions of themselves.
Right, but the thing is, he's still trying to create through a device that they're the same people, but just different actors.
Like, not exactly. No, he's actually going to be pulling. He was going to be pulling them from other dimensions. Was his plan.
Right? Okay, so they're actually different versions of the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like alternates, but really, it's just like a complex version of like recasting with cheaper, lesser characters. They got this way because they got rid of all of the originals and see how well that turned out. Well, of course, Thor is ample proof that it was really the right thing. But let's see how this works out for them. I'm not too optimistic.
I mean, the 007 franchise did it. George Lazenby was a cheap man's Sean Connery, right?
Marvel has done it several times. I mean, we're on the second Hulk. We're on the second second Roshi. And we're on the second, like one of the three friends of Thor, like the Warriors 3. One of them got recast.
Oh yeah. And then also they recast Harrison Ford for what's his face?
Yeah, exactly. For Thunderbolt
Thaddeus Ross.
Thaddeus Ross. So like, no, it's not, and that's how Gunn's going to handle the DC universe going forward. He's just said if he's got to recast, he's just going to recast. He's not going to make a big deal out of it, right? They're not going to have some like alternate universe version be sucked in or anything like that. It's just, that's the way movies used to be.
Yeah.
Right. Like sometimes somebody just couldn't come back and you had to recast somebody. It just happened.
Same character, different actor.
Exactly. And I don't always like that. I usually dislike it, but then sometimes the recasts are better than the original. Yeah. There's that rare occurrence. But anyway, Bass Player 2011 Iffy says for the Silver Age, Spidey 129 is up there with Spider-Man No More, the kid who collects Spider-Man and so forth when it comes to collecting.
Yeah, that is that's an expensive one. That Spider-Man 129 is the Punisher first appearance.
A lot of Spider-Man ones are very expensive.
Yeah. The kid who collects Spider-Man, though, if you've never read it, it's a one-shot. It's not it's a one and done type story, right? It's really touching. It's really nice. I'm surprised that it's a big collector's item, though.
Right. And then let's keep going here. We got Jason Webster, who says Feige's new MC Poo. Oh, we've gone from the MCU to the MC Poo, basically. He's not wrong. Richard the Dungeon Crawler's been here for 16 months. Thank you so much. Jason Webster says, coming soon from Marvel Films, Carla Sofia Gascon is the Punisher.
God. Yeah.
We
need a trans Punisher, don't you think?
No.
Oh, Lord.
Don't give them
that's
ideas.
A little, I'd say that's a little too close to reality. Anyway, Akmani.
Francine Castle.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Did you misgenerate? Punished. Akmano says female Punisher is just to own the chuds. I know, right? That's all she's for. Marvel still hates its audience. Absolutely, that's my point. At least that's the way I'm seeing it. I don't give a fuck if there was 10 female Punishers in the comics, because that's the other problem. My first question is, okay, so was this comic pre-2012? Because that's the thing, is we all know as comic people that anything post that era doesn't fucking count, because they're doing
I agree with that.
they're doing exactly what they did then and we're seeing in the movies, and that's the problem. It's like you're talking about compromised bullshit at that point, and that shouldn't be like a fucking get out of jail free card for doing something stupid like this.
Yeah. And it's a new director too for this movie, right? It's the guy that did Shang-Chi
For Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Which I'm
what's
not
his
too
face?
excited about, to be honest.
Yeah, because what's his face said he got burnt out or whatever. I can't remember.
John Watts. Yeah.
John Watts. Yeah.
Who's writing this one? I forget now.
That is a good question.
That's the other thing. I think it's from the writer of, wasn't it like Hawkeye and fucking She-Hulk or some shit like that?
Chris McKenna and Eric Summers.
Yeah, they're guys who worked on a bunch of the fucking TV shows. So it's not going to be any. That's the thing. They're not changing anything over there. They're not trying. Regardless of how you feel about Gunn and DC, at least they're fucking trying shit that's different. Like,
yeah, McKenna is kind of a comedy writer. He wrote a bunch of Community and
that's it. Was he one of the Rick and Morty writers?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, yeah.
Well, he was a writer on all the other Spider-Man films, so he's been there for.
I think he's the Rick and Morty guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Community. He wrote a lot of those episodes too.
Yeah, and then Miller says if Marvel stuff is up to Sony, takes Spider-Man back. Okay. I think what he means is if they fuck it up, can Sony take it back? Well, yeah, they could, but they're contracted now for however many movies, because every time, like No Way Home was supposed to be the last one in that initial or secondary contract. I can't even remember now. And then after that, they re-upped the contract. Because the only thing that as far as we know of, that got in the way of the contract before was Amy Pascal. And I had heard that, and I think Andre had heard the same thing, is that she was fucking running interference on the whole thing when Rothman's just like, get a goddamn deal done. Because he could care less. He does not like these fucking superhero movies. He's said it publicly many times. He could care less about this. And you could tell with the way he's treating the Spider-Verse over there at Marvel. Like, he's just ready to just give it up and let Marvel make Spider-Man movies and collect checks. Like, they haven't even got to the second or the third, animated Spider-Man movie yet, because I don't think Tom Rothman sees the benefit in making a commercial for Disney toys.
No.
And that's why I think they're dragging their ass on it.
Is Pascal still doing anything with these Spider? I know she's
on Amazon. She's with the Bond project now. She's over working on the Bond.
I was gonna say she might have some name tangentially attached to some things, but as far as we know, unless Andre, you've heard anything different,
all I know is that she still gets marquee credit, but she has no practical.
Exactly.
Okay.
Nothing practical anymore.
And I think she had more to do with like the animated Spider-Verse movie than maybe, but I don't know. But because I think that one's under Pascal Productions. Because that's the thing, is you see her Pascal Productions thing still on those things.
Right.
But it's kind of like, how, she's just gonna have her name attached to it for years to come, no matter what, because she's gonna get paid off it. But I mean, Marvel's pretty much running it anyway. It's all their people. They're just basically delivering a finished film. And this is why I was saying a couple months back, it would make more sense for both parties to just say, you know what, fuck it, let's make a deal right now and just sell Spider-Man back to Disney. And then it would make more sense. And then you just make a deal where when Disney produces the next few animated Spider-Verse movies, they get a piece of that pie, and they get a piece of the next few live-action Spider-Man movies, and then call it a day after they pay him a nice little fat check. Because at this point, it makes no sense for either party to keep playing this fucking game back and forth, unless Sony is just going to yank it from them. And they have proven they can't do it on their own. Yeah. They've tried and tried and tried and tried. Regardless, at this point, I think Spider-Man's going to stay in the MCU for a while, but I don't think Sony's got any intentions of doing their own Spider-Verse, especially after the way, Craven crapped the bed and fucking and
that killed it completely.
Yeah. Anyway, but we got Paulie joining us. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Paulie.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Happy September. ¿Qué pasó?
Yeah,
what's going on?
indeed.
Sorry I'm late. Much love.
Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó?
Feliz cumpleaños, viejo. I just said happy birthday, old man.
That's happy birthday in German.
I said muchas gracias.
How you doing, man? How was your
great.
birthday?
I'm older. I'm feeling great.
Yeah,
Good.
He's looking good for his age. That's all I got to say. Slash 1111111 sends in €5.99 and says, on the Punisher subject, I recommend you guys the French TV spoof skit with Dolph Lundgren called Le Plenisher, which is French for crying wimp. Yeah, I'm not aware of this either. Oh, I'm
This is news to me.
Yeah, somebody needs to take us in this. Yeah.
I mean, Lundgren, he does many funny things. Like he even sung Elvis on a Swedish TV show once.
I love Dolph Lundgren. He's amazing.
Yeah.
I love a French spoof. Me and the Chateau, we do the French spoof so well with Le Punisher. So with Dolph Lundgren.
You ruined my baguette. I'm going to punish you.
Monsieur Chateau.
Bass player says, no, Mephisto, that opens the door for one more day.
Yeah,
it's true. That's also true.
Soul Nightmare says, Man of Tomorrow is official title of Gunn's next movie. I'm excited, laughing because it's what the Snidetards wanted MOS2 to be. So yeah, that was our next story I had sitting in the background here. This is news that just came across the wire. James Gunn announces that Man of Tomorrow will be the Superman sequel, and it will be out in 2027. So that's the movie he's actually been working on in the background that he's been talking about. This is why I say never trust a fucking word that James Gunn says. He's pulling this J.J. Abrams bullshit, and he needs to get it out of his system and stop it. We get it. Quit saying shit and then going, see, it's not going to be a Superman sequel, and then it really is. Stop it. We knew it was Khan all along. Stop it.
Yeah.
But I am excited about this. I know I'm probably the only one on the panel, but still. Especially seeing that outfit with Lex, because I know that's what those fucking Raptor guards were setting up.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah.
Well, so there you go, kids. And next year we're getting Supergirl and Clayface, which I think there was some set photos that leaked out of that. I don't know if you guys saw those or not.
No.
And then so then the Batman is supposed to be somewhere in between there. And it was confirmed yet again that the Batman will not cross over with James Gunn's DCU.
I guess that Brave and the Bold thing is not happening either, is it?
Did they say that it wasn't? As far as I know, it still is.
I mean, we're already getting a Superman sequel before we even get Brave and the Bold. That's kind of weird.
Maybe he'll come in that movie. I'm not convinced he's not going to be in Clayface yet, Chris, because they already teased him. No, I'm serious, because they already teased Batman in Creature Commandos.
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah, and Gunn has said that his priority right now is specifically their Wonder Woman and their Batman.
Yeah.
Do we have odds on the Batman 2 actually coming out right now?
I think it will. They're just going to get it done and over with.
As long as there's not any racist backlash. That's all.
Oh, yeah. You guys, I heard you guys talking about that.
Yeah, that's shit.
That's it. If I could give my 2 cents on that really quick.
Yes.
I think it's really unfortunate because Jeffrey Wright is an auteur, actor. It's like you're above that, dude. Like, shut up. Whether there's a few bozos or not, you need a thick skin to begin with in this business. It's like, so what?
Yeah.
So what? A few people said some dumb crap.
Why elevate it? Why signal boost and say there was all this racist backlash? None of these other black actors have ever come out and said that, unless they worked for Lucasfilm, I guess. It's sad.
I just thought it was just so odd that he came out and said that. That racist part. He had some ideas in regards to just, elevating stories or updating stories, and that's already a given. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But my point is that you're beloved, dude. Stop it. You're beloved, and not. Yeah. Anyways, that's it.
Yeah, we all pretty much felt like it was a real stupid move. And then Soul Nightmare says Holt and Cornset sharing soups and armored Lex art. Yeah, I just shared it on the screen. Thank you.
Oh, really?
Soul Nightmare. Yeah. Well, it was just thing they did.
Some Jim Lee drew.
Yeah, Cannon Barnes says a drag queen wants Mystique to be played by trains. Oh, of
And
course.
not just anyone. This is the same one that was the villain in the most recent Doctor.
Yep.
Yeah.
That thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
they're promoting that. I forget what his
That
name
one.
is,
Very
Typhoon
same.
or something. But it sounded very Hunter Schafer as Zelda, sort of like,
Yes.
I'd love to play Mystique. I think Mystique should be played by a trans person. Like, yeah, okay.
Why?
Yeah.
This is because Mystique apparently can change gender.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep.
Yes,
But come
obviously.
on, we all love it when Mystique pulls a train,
Well, at least,
don't we?
Mystique.
Mistake.
Yeah, this is
Mistake.
the mistake.
That's the character's name. If she plays
the
it.
character's
Mistake.
name. Yeah.
I don't know, like how deep those changes go, but at least superficially, Mystique can change, and that
Yes.
probably is enough to create that appeal.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were offended by Rebecca Romaine's portrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
That
It
was
was-
most uninclusive.
And
so-
offensive. It was
It covered up too much, that makeup. Dang it. I was
It
offended.
was
My
Yeah.
grandmother was offended. I mean, come
Oh
on.
my gosh.
Actually, I'm more offended at Jennifer Lawrence for not going through what Rebecca Romaine Stamos does.
Oh, yes.
For those who don't know, like Rebecca Romaine is like head to toe makeup. Like the only parts that are covered up, and it's still makeup on, is like her little, bikini
Pasties.
patch and
Yeah.
pasties over her teats. And other than that, it's all makeup from head to toe. She said
but
it was so bad that she was shitting blue for months.
Poor thing.
they had, I mean, practically they had to find a better, faster way to get
Yeah.
the next actress into Mystique. I mean,
Sure.
Not bullshit. It was lazy and it looks like a fucking
It's fun
suit.
to bash
No,
on.
it
It
looks
looks
okay.
horrible.
Oh, come on.
No,
Let us
it, doesn't.
bash
It
on
looks
her. Come on.
horrible.
It got
Nah,
progressively
no
worse.
worries.
It got progressively
No
worse by
worries.
Dark Phoenix.
Trust-
It looked pretty
Dark
bad.
Phoenix, it looks like she's wearing a wetsuit.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
the
bad.
point. It's like, what the fuck is this?
That's
It's
pretty bad.
not.
But listen.
It was fine.
It
Can I
was
say?
fine.
Can I get in here and say something?
No,
It,
Hurry up.
Oh, come on.
really fast. You're an actor. It's make believe. Shut the fuck up and wear your costumes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting paid
You really can't
millions,
dress up like a ballerina. Come on.
and there's millions of people that would take your place in a heartbeat.
Right.
Shut up. Shut
Exactly.
up. Shut up. You shut up.
And then Jason Webster recommends Primitive War. And yeah, I've seen some things about this. This looks like Jurassic World War. Like I've been saying, this is what we need. Come on.
We
baby.
reviewed it. We
Yeah,
reviewed it.
what'd
Our
you
guy
think,
liked
Paul?
it. Our guy Anthony, one of our writers on the site, he had a great campy time with it. And considering considering the budget, a lot of that was like a lot better than you actually had a story and you had dinosaurs. So there you go.
You mean they had dinosaurs in their dinosaur movie, Paulie?
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Unlike Jurassic World.
I'm just upset y'all skipped over my Mystique pulling a train comment.
Yeah.
Well, there's some things we just can't get
She
into.
can turn into a train, I think.
Come on, ride the train.
Oh my
Has
God.
anybody seen Primitive War? It's been out like 2
No, I
weeks.
haven't.
Okay.
that to me is a movie I'm going to watch on streaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably check it out on streaming, but like 65, I was better than I thought it would be. So maybe this will be really good. So who knows?
Audience scores pretty strong. Critics hate it. So
Now that's typical of a movie like this. So that means it's
sounds
probably good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
Things are as they
65
were.
the one that stars Kylo Ren?
it is.
Yes, 65, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the one that got destroyed in the editing because the originals. It was kind of
I
like more
hated
of
that
a.
film. Ugh.
Well, I think the original movie would have been better. Like I see what the original movie is in that movie, and I'm like, this is an all right movie, but it could have been a much better film. Like the ending was
Yeah.
supposed to be like Planet of the Apes, but they went and turned around and destroyed the movie, kind of like Dark City or whatever it was, where they re-edited the movie because they thought the audience wouldn't understand what's going on, and they just basically
Yeah.
ruined the twist.
Yeah.
Because the whole twist is you're supposed to think it's a futuristic thing, and then you find out no, this is Earth 65 million years ago. Right, like that's the twist. It's like Planet of the Apes at the end, but no. Now in the movie, they give it away right away. Like there's no mystery to it at all.
There was no mystery, and then the
yeah.
sets were borrowed from Land of the Lost. You know what I mean?
Well, again, I seen the potential in it, and I seen that also the studio destroyed it because there was a whole. This is a movie that got delayed a year because they went and did a bunch of reshoots.
All right. I mean, I saw it in the theater. That was my take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that the movie we got is not very good, Paul. That's like I agree with you on that. But from what I know of what the movie was supposed to be, like, yeah, it's one of those movies that got destroyed by a studio, most likely.
Tom, are you talking about Dark City, the director's cut?
Yeah, because in the original, isn't that where the theatrical cut they gave away the big twist at the end?
Well, yeah,
In
the theatrical cut they opened up with narration from the Kiefer Sutherland character, basically explaining the backstory rather than finding out later.
Like,
which is
no
I liked it. I mean, I still liked it when I saw it.
It's the same thing with 65. That's my point. It's like there's a much better movie in here. I wonder if we'll ever get a director's cut of it where we get to see the other movie, like with Dark City and some of these other movies. But again, like I totally understand why somebody would hate it like Paulie did, because you're right. It is all these generic, bullshitty kind of like sci-fi kind of Jurassic Park ripoff shit for 2 hours in a movie that probably would have been better had the studio not interfered with it and basically tried to make it that, which is what I think is what happened. That's just I
got you.
What I think happened in the end. But so with that, I think we've caught up on all the big news of the day.
Yeah, great show.
I can go back to relaxing.
You can maxing and relaxing.
You should too.
I should try. Hopefully, Mikey will be back here soon. He went to the post office.
Yeah, this is going to play itself.
No shit, right? Well, we were hacking some balls yesterday for a bit. I don't know. We didn't get on the course, but we were just in the driving range. But I did work up a sweat, so that's always good.
Excellent.
But happy birthday, Chris. We're glad that you were able to join us today. And what you got going on? Plug your wares.
Bleedingfool.com. That's where it's at. We are still kind of beating the dead horse of Christopher Columbus trying to say he's not returning to the Harry Potter franchise because he disagrees with J.K. Rowling and whatnot. Really? If you see any big mistakes over on Bleeding Fool these days, I haven't been running the website in about 6 days, so I need to get back.
That's probably why he's pushing Gremlins 3 hard. And he's had nothing to do with the franchise since the franchise began. But yeah,
he's pushing the Thursday Murder Club, which I saw.
How was that?
Entertaining in that kind of Darjeeling Hotel British kind of way. It's just a gentle British thing. It's quite enjoyable, better than Knives Out.
Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, yes.
Yeah, it's like watching Red.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a waste of your time. It's a good waste of your time. It's charming. It's got some very good twists in it with some of your favorite actors that only the British can pull out of their butts.
Did anyone see the Nobody 2 yet?
Not yet.
Yes, I did. I saw it. I loved it. I thought it was better than the first one.
All right, I'm going to watch that next.
Really? Better than the first one?
I thought so. Yeah, I thought it was more fun than the first one. I liked the first one. I like this one even better.
Wow.
So I preferred the second to the first.
I'm going to
check. And I also saw Caught Stealing.
Oh, how was that?
Aronofsky. Yes, it's good. It's a very unusual tone for him because it feels a little bit more like something Guy Ritchie could have directed. Vincent D'Onofrio is absolutely fantastic in it. So is Liev Schreiber as two Jewish gangsters in like the full Jewish regalia with like the hat and the beards and the black coats and everything. And so they're amazing. All the performances are really good. Zoe Kravitz is tremendously good in it.
Really?
Yeah. Cat ladies, beware though. I mean, and also Matt Smith is fantastic. Yeah, Matt Smith is fantastic in it too. Yeah.
Well, I know Scribe has to be leaving us here soon, so I don't know if you wanted to plug your stuff before we get into Super Chat, or you're going to hang around for a few
minutes. No, I can wait a minute or three. Sure, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Jason. Wednesday is out, by the way. The next final tranche.
I saw the episode.
You've seen one?
I saw the first one, episode 5. Yeah.
Yeah, and?
Oh, I loved it. I have there's some storyline problems I have, but the main storyline and the main actors, they're just they're bringing it. That dialogue, a lot of fun.
Good. Okay, we'll be watching it.
I got some nitpick problems, but
Speaking of watching things, Jason Webster says No Other Choice from 2025 scored very, very well with critics and audiences at the Venice Film Festival. Film is directed by Park Chan-wook. I said that right.
Jason.
Thank you, Jason. I think he had a follow-up here too, but
and I loved his other brother's work from Car Park. That was
not
racist joke. Racist.
Not even racist. It was just bad.
Yeah.
Just bad. And thank you, Jason, for that last super chat. And with that, Paulie, anything you got going on you want to plug?
Me? No, I'm kind of on vacay and I'm not making nothing.
All right. Paul E., anything to plug?
I'll be live in a few minutes. We're going to cover, some pop culture news items. We're going to go over the winners and losers of the summer box office. And I'm going to be sharing photos from my Mexico trip that we had the pleasure of going on. And we had a wonderful time. A lot of food photos. So stop on by.
And you don't even need to stop on by. You can just stay here because this stream redirects there.
I guess we have some chats that probably weren't on my end.
You might have missed early.
Yeah.
Okay.
So check Andre in the back here.
Yeah, certainly. So what I can see that...
So I came in later than you guys, so yeah.
Yeah, so basically, Elucidator became a YouTube member, and Dr. Long Dongler also sent us a super sticker, reminding everyone to please smash that like. This is a good time for it. Hyper Guyver says for $5, it's time to cue the music, it's time to light the lights, it's time for Seth Rogen to F up. It's the Muppet Show tonight. Yeah, well, Tom needs to do that one, probably not me.
Oh, it's nightmare fuel. It just amazes me how many wonderful, beloved franchises have been ruined in the last 10 years. It's such a shame.
Yeah, and that sums up everything we had behind the scenes that we hadn't gone through yet.
Somebody needs to boot Seth Rogen off this planet already. I'm getting so sick and tired of him fucking with everything I love.
I used to be a big fan of him.
Me too.
We all did.
Preacher is the point where I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" I was really excited about him taking on Preacher before he actually did it, and I saw what he did with it, and it's like funny. Like literally within the first 5 seconds of the first episode is when I knew he screwed this up.
Yeah, his Green Hornet wasn't that great either.
And wasn't Garth Ennis like on hand for Preacher, sort of approving all this? I mean, am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't know. There haven't been too many adaptations of Garth and his work. So I'm sure he wanted to be a team player to make sure there would be some adaptations, I should imagine.
Good point.
Which is a shame because he's like one of the best writers out there.
Yeah.
He's one of the very few comic book creators where, like, if it's by him, I want to read it no matter what it is, just because it's Garth Ennis.
Yeah, sure.
I just can't get into the studio. I know people were like just saying it's brilliant, but Seth Rogen is such a turnoff, man. I don't know, bro.
He's a hack.
The thing is, they're all exaggerated versions of people in Hollywood. None of those people actually act the way they are portrayed in this parody.
Yeah. No thanks. No thanks.
But anyhow,
what happened to Homeboy, the other guy, the Superbad? He's like doing it. He's not doing anything anymore. Is it just because he like got skinny and serious or what? What happened?
I heard that a lot of people won't work with him.
Really? Jonah Hill
is
Jonah Hill difficult?
I heard he's a real jerk.
Let me find out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He was great in Moneyball.
Agreed. That was a good movie.
Oh, he's great in everything he's in.
That's what I've heard. He's just a very difficult person to be around, though.
Superbad was.
I got some intel. Someone said, it looks like he is very difficult to work with.
Yeah. I've heard some stories.
That's the reputation.
There's a reason why a lot of those guys don't hang out with him anymore. In fact, what's her name? The chick from 40-Year-Old Virgin, Catherine
Zeta-Jones?
No. 40-Year-Old Virgin, the one that the main star, the actress.
Steve Carell.
No, the
Catherine
actress.
Kinnear. Catherine Kinnear.
Yeah, Catherine Kinnear. She even had she said that he was very standoffish and a real dick to her too.
Not Kinnear.
Even called her a bitch, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, even Academy Award nominated actor. I mean, you know, your rep follows you as far as your working reputation. He's not working.
No, that's what I've heard, is that he's just difficult. Like, unless Scorsese or something calls him, then yeah, like, I don't even know if he's into him anymore. So,
right.
The other thing is he kind of
is described as a tyrant during production of Knocked Up.
There you go.
Jonah?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Jonah wasn't in Knocked Up, was he?
It says
That's Seth Rogen.
Yeah, he was. He was his buddy.
Seth.
Oh, he was the guy. Oh, that's right. Because they would do the same dance. Okay, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no, his career just kind of went off. And between him losing all the weight and then all that shit, that's what I've heard, is that he just...
Well, I mean, Knocked Up, you had Rogen, you had the Trinity there, Rogen, Hill, and Heigl. As far as
hasn't he like lost and regained and lost the weight again like several times?
As far as I know, he's skinny as fuck now. Yeah, as far as I know, but I don't know how he's sitting because I haven't seen him in anything for a bit. But yeah,
so there you go.
Yep. All right, with that, Scribe, I know you got to get out of here and your shit you got going on. So what you got coming up?
Well, so yesterday I did my latest episode of DEI Death Watch. Wells Fargo scrubbed their websites of all their DEI stuff. But fortunately, because of previous research, I still had archived all their diversity reports from the previous years, and so I read off some of their diversity stuff that they're apparently trying to cover up now. Plus the fact that apparently Al Sharpton descended on Wall Street with a protest march last week. You guys all heard about it, right? It was the most historic thing ever since it was on the anniversary of the March on Washington, D.C. by Martin Luther King Jr. Obviously, it had a major impact on everybody's lives last week, right? Yes. Anyway, so I cover that. And then tomorrow will be the next episode of TED Excellence, and the possible subject matter for that will be Failing Forward, Why You Should Create Your Own Crises, Why I Refuse to Unfriend My Dead Mom, and where's the other one? How I'm Fighting Bias with Algorithms.
Is there one where they say algorithms are colonizers and racist?
Oh no, well, that's what this is. I mean, bias in algorithms. Yeah, the algorithms, the AI, it's already biased because obviously it's informed by evil straight white men, and so it's already colonized. We have to diversify AI. We have to feminize AI to save the
panel.
Oh my God!
So I'll decide which. The whole panel here. Yeah, we're all the evil people. So I'll decide which subject I'll cover between now and tomorrow. But that's what I got.
Thank you for your service, Scrap.
Oh yes, of course.
Indeed.
Always.
So Andre, was there anything else we missed?
No, I think that about covers it all.
Oh, thank God. Take care of yourselves and each other, and as we always say, Andre, here at Midnight's Edge,
it is time to bring out the koalas in the rain.
Bye, guys.
Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given. Koalas in the rain, koalas in the rain, no fucks given.